What's up everybody, how's it going? Today, welcome back for Tuesday Brew with Will Tunner. Today we're going to be brewing up a Geisha Natural. It's a Costa Rican from Colonna Coffee, roasted up by Beth, a good friend of mine. She's the head roaster at Colonna. Super excited to taste this one today. This is a really exciting coffee. Never had a natural processed geisha before. Not really a huge fan of washed geishas, so this is quite interesting for me to try it, brew it up. We've got it here in the roastery. We're going to be brewing it up on the V60 today, and we're going to be using a brew ratio of 20 grams to 300 grams water. This is kind of my go-to brew guide, brew recipe. So as I said, today we're going to be doing up on the V60. Personally, my favorite brew method. I also quite like the AeroPress and quick rush. This is quite nice. You kind of take your time a little bit more. It's a bit cleaner than an AeroPress, especially for a geisha and a natural coffee. V60. So first impressions. I mean, the smell is just fucking amazing. Wow, it's smelling pretty damn good. It's unlike any other natural I've really smelt. I've only ever really tried Costa Rican washed coffees. I'm not really a huge fan. Okay, so a natural from Costa Rica, and it's a geisha. Pretty exciting. As I said, I'm not normally a massive fan of geishas. I think they're a bit overhyped. Geisha, you're spending a lot of money on them, and it's hard because you just don't know if you're going to get the right flavors or not. I've got a kettle boiled now. It's boiled up to 94 degrees. We haven't got great water here. I know you're brewing up Colonna, you've got Maxwell, you should be brewing up with great water. We're actually using just bottled water. Definitely to go and check out here's Peak Water, which is super interesting. It's basically cafe quality water in your home, but we're obviously going to be using it at our roastery, and I'm sure it's going to be used in a lot of cafes that can't afford the filtration system. But basically, make sure you're using good quality water, make sure you've got a good grinder. Luckily, we've got an EK, so we're grinding up on an EK. I've already ground up the coffee. So yeah, let's get going. Basically, what you want to do before you start is you want to wet your filter, and this basically gets rid of all of that papery taste that is gonna get into your brew. So just give it a good rinse out. Make sure you get it all rinsed out. And it's also a really good way to double up and heat up your equipment. When you're brewing filter, because it takes so long, heat can dissipate into the brewing equipment, I guess, which can take away from the levels of extraction you're gonna get, and it'll be inconsistent. So you wanna try and keep everything consistent as possible. One way you can do that is by using the water to heat up your stuff. So now that we've got that rinsed out, make sure you tear your scales off. It's very important. Easy mistake to make. You forget to tear your scales off. You start pouring a coffee and you realise, oh shit, I forgot what I actually had because I didn't zero my scales. So don't do that. So I've got my ground coffee. You're gonna make sure you zero your scales again. Yeah, put your coffee in. This is very fruity, very floral. It's just bam, in your face. It just smells amazing. So again, now we put the coffee in. Make sure you zero your scales out again because it's going to be at 20 grams. And then what you want to do to start is, as I said, we're going to be using 20 grams in and 300 grams of water out. Basically, you want to be brewing at the brew ratio of 1 to 15. Depending on your strength and your preferences, I personally like 1 to 15. If you like your coffee a lot stronger, then you're going to want to go down. So you're going to be minimum, I would say, is 1 to 12. Say any lower than that, it's just a bit, it's a bit too strong. And then you've got higher, so you can go up to 118, 119, 120. I wouldn't really go past 119. Again, it's depending on what your flavor preference is, but it's going to be a bit too watery, a bit too weak. I I found 1 to 15 is kind of like the sweet spot, works with a lot of coffees. I go for a 30-second bloom. I go for double whatever weight in water that I've got my grounds at. So I'm gonna do a 40-gram bloom and at 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna go up to 200 grams. And then at 1 minute 45, I'm gonna go up to 300 grams. And then hopefully, depending on your grind size, I'm gonna hit like just shy of 3 minutes. I like my coffee to be about 250 to 3 minutes. And if you're getting like 5 minutes brews, or you're getting 2-minute brews, if you're getting a 2-minute brew, you're brewing way too coarse. You need to make your grinds finer. And then if you're brewing 5 minutes, you know, your grind's just way too fine. You need to bring that down. And again, this depends on the brewing method and the coffee that you're using and your taste. The shorter your extraction time, the more acidic your coffee's gonna be. So if you're trying to highlight the acidity of the coffee, like this one, for example, I'm gonna aim for about 250. But if it's a Costa Rican, maybe I'll go up to about 330. Who knows? Who knows? Depends again on the taste. Do what you want. So make sure you start your timer. Another amateur mistake, like I do it all the time and I'm just not paying attention. That first coffee in the morning, you haven't quite woken up, you're just half asleep like, you know, you don't really know what you're doing, you don't even know where you are, probably not even wearing clothes, you don't even know what day it is, you don't even know what coffee you're brewing. Who cares? Make sure you hit the timer. Just me. Get that 40 gram bloom, sorry. Maybe, sometimes, just give it a gentle push to get those bottom grinds just a bit agitated. Coming up to 20 seconds now. So we're gonna, as I said, wait till 30 seconds and then we're gonna go up to 200 grams. I just found that this works well for me and the grind sizes that I use. Depending on how you brew, you wanna basically pour very slowly and in a circle, starting from the inwards to the outside. So that's 200 grams. We're at about 45 seconds now. So as I said, at 1 minute 45, so in a minute, we're gonna add another 100 grams of water, and this will bring it up to our final water. And then hopefully we'll get a brew time of around 250 to 3 minutes. If you thought the grounds tasted or smelled fresh, damn, it smells fresh when it's brewing. What you want to do is you want to make sure on your second pour is to get the grounds on the side, but without pouring on the paper. So pour on the grounds just gently and then come to the middle. So make your way from the outside into the middle. We're going to go up to 300 grams. So that's 300 grams. And it's 2 minutes now, so hopefully in the next 50 seconds or 1 minute, that 100 grams would have come through and we have got it perfect. And as I said, you can kind of tell if it's going really fast or really slow. You're going to get used to it. After a while, you can just tell. You can tell by how fast it's dripping out, or you can tell how fast it's coming down in the actual filter paper. This just comes with experience, and as I said, if it's coming out too fast, then your grind is way too coarse. And you can make finer adjustments on your grinder, depending on what grinder you have. Or if you haven't got a grinder, then speak to your roaster, maybe they'll grind it for you, or go into your local cafe is probably your best bet. So if you haven't got a grinder and your roaster doesn't grind your coffee, so like Colonna, they don't grind because of the freshness issue, take this into a coffee shop, or in fact buy your coffee from the coffee shop, and they'll probably grind it for you. So this is done now. I'm just going to take off the filter and put it into over here. So this is done, and that came out about 3 minutes. You know, it's going to taste really good. Let's give it a smell. Ooh, this is going to be tasting damn fine. Nice. You know, smell the bag again. Ooh. Smell the cup again. Smell the bag again. Smell the cup again. how does it compare? You know, can you smell similarities? The more you do this, over time, you're just gonna get better at brewing coffee, understanding how the smell correlates to taste. When you go to find out which coffee you like and which coffee you don't like, you're gonna have a better idea. And then you're not gonna be wasting your money on coffee that's not good or you just don't like. As I said, everybody's taste buds are very different. So for this, it might be super tasty for me. For some people, it might be too fruity, too acidic. Some people like the chocolatey, nutty coffees, which is perfectly fine. But, you know, everybody's different. Find the coffee that works for you. Wow, that's incredible. It's very fruity and very floral. You know, that's, woo. Okay, so they've got hibiscus. I mean, I'm not accustomed to hibiscus. Black grape. So we're gonna be doing this every Tuesday. I'm gonna be brewing up a different coffee. This week obviously was the Colonna Coffee. Next week, super exciting, we're gonna be brewing up Girls Gotta Grind. These guys are smashing at the moment, like literally just killing it. And they have got an awesome vibe about them. You know, they're all about supporting women in the coffee industry, women producers in origin. Great message, love them to bits. And next week we're going to be brewing up this coffee. It's a Nicaragua. It's tasting amazing. I have brewed it up already, but we're going to be brewing it up next week together. And so if you want to watch that video or you enjoyed this one and want to see more of my other videos, make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much, and I will catch you all soon. Peace.